boys and girls, just before the video does start, I did make some mentions in regards to these recipes here. I made a little bit of a mistake and I want to fix that before it goes live. So things like the recipe for the second knife, the ones that require the crystal of power and the crystal of or the crystal egg of the mind, you can actually only craft these items once. As you can see here, when I buy this, there is only one. So essentially you can craft the cold snap once, and you can craft the recipe of the second knife only once. So I do make mention in the game there, as you can see in the video, I do say like, yeah, well, you can craft like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 of these. Yeah, well, that's before I actually came here to buy it. I should have probably just bought these first and I would have known. I just saw the number. Anyways, whatever. So you can only make one of these. So you will hear that in the video, hear me saying like, maybe you can have more than one of these. Well, you can't. You can only have one of the second knife. You can have only one of the cold snap. So I just wanted to let you guys know that out there. And yeah, just remember this event as well is gonna, there's a second part of it as the event comes out next week, and I think with like the different kinds of eggs you have, you're going to be using those eggs to buy the crystals. So kind of keep pulling. Essentially what I'm saying is craft everything you can and then keep pulling for anything else that you can to try and store up some of those additional rainbow eggs, because we don't know what's going to be happening in the second week. Not yet. Alright, boys and girls, so please enjoy the video. Sorry about that misinformation there. I figured I'd fix that before we do start. So enjoy the video and let me know in the comment section below any tips and tricks, or how you guys feel about the fact that you can only craft one. I would have really liked to have at least maybe like 2 or 3 of these second knives. That's why I said that. Alright guys, enjoy it. See you soon. Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Vortie. Yeah. Anyways, now that I got that out of my system. So, what is going on in the world of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius? That's probably what you're thinking. You've probably been doing it for a little while already today. So let me show you what's going on. It won't be too long of a video. We're just going to talk a little bit about the event. I'm going to go from there. So first and foremost, let's just do a run. What I've been doing so far so you guys can see. And then we will take care of it. So I haven't cleared this part yet. I'm going to probably be doing that later tonight. But this is my first video. So the next video is probably going to be me doing the story, following up with that. So what I've been doing in the meantime is, if you do snowy exploration, so that's assuming you're where I am, okay? Not completed all the way through the library. Snowy woods exploration, this gives me like 4,000 or 5,000, but you have to like steal and stay there for as long as you can. So right now I've been doing Snowy Plains, a Beast on the Plains, or yeah, Snowy Plains, Beast on the Plains. This is the one I've been doing. So I'm just gonna show you what I'm doing right now, and then we'll get into the itty bitty gritty. So these dudes over here are just kind of weird, so I'm just gonna, yeah, whatever. I'll bring this character. It doesn't really matter. So I got from the daily summons, I did 7 pulls or whatever. I got 2 Aidens. So I'm just running an Aiden. There is no bonus for eggs collecting by Aiden, but I'm bringing him along. I do like the way the character looks. I do love the white mage set on him, so I'm just going to bring him along. Why not? But yeah, after this as well, the video will be coming out when I'm going to be talking about the units, Vortie style video, meaning it's probably going to be like 2 hours long. Alright. This is what I do. I click the first dude, I steal. I click the next dude, I steal. I click the third dude, and I steal. Okay, so I'm just stealing from them, and then I will have grape shot, and that's it. So essentially, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm hoping to be able to get my hands on Zon, or Son, or whatever the hell people are calling him. I want that thief really badly, and the reason why is because of the wayward or whatever it's called, to be able to do an AoE steal. So that AoE steal means that you don't really need to bring any other steal units other than him. The rest of your units are just there for damage dealing, right? That's all you need, because he'll do everything for you. It's super simple, and it makes it very viable to be doing fights kind of like this one, where you, like the boss, there's 5 of them, I think. 5. We'll see in a second. There should be 5 bears. 5 bears? 5 bears? 4 bears. Wow, way to kill it, Vortie, you sack of poo. So 4 bears. I should have been able to tell you that, because that's why I brought 4 steals. Not pilfer. We're gonna go and do mug. We're gonna do mug, and then we're gonna go over here and do steal. And then we're gonna take Noctis. That's why he's not attacking. He also has steel. And then these two bad boys are just going to attack. So they're not going to kill him. These guys are really strong. They're probably the best. They're the strongest units in the game, for sure. Pursa A and Pursa B. Pursa. So he takes a bite and dies. Good job, Aiden. You sack of poo. We will do defense and spirit. Whatever. Coffee in the evening, like a god. So normally it takes me about like 2 turns or whatever to kill him. Depending, if I bring a Noctis friend, then he dies a lot faster. I just do double flask or whatever. But this is what I'm doing right now, and I'm doing this only because of how far I am in the story. Because you're getting a lump sum of eggs. I haven't done too much experimentation to look for them. I found a good chunk where I can get it, and I've been just sticking to the good chunk till I had more time. So right now, okay, whatever. So we got 1,000 metal eggs from drops. I think it's steals, then drops. Or whatever, one or the other. But anyways, we got about 3,000. And I range anywhere between like 3,000, like 500, sometimes like almost 4 I've been able to get. So that's kind of that. I think permafrost is pretty good too. Nameless ruins. I did do this one, but the guy at the end is a tricky. He's a tricky fella. You know what? We'll do one of these fights too to show you. This one here has a strong... Oh, there is a freaking thief. Must have. Alright, so I'm going to bring him. And then in my defense, I won't bring you. I'll actually bring a stronger unit. No, we'll bring you along. Yeah. So I'll bring a stronger unit to be able to do this. You're packing 905. That'll do. That'll do, piggy. That'll do. The reason why is the last boss is the Behemoth Kaiser, or Kaiser Behemoth, or whatever the hell they call them these days. But, ooh, let me show you. So it's Waylay. My bad. I thought it was Wayward. My wayward son. So it's Waylay. Damage and steal from all enemies. Look at that. So that thing you saw there that says 126, it's actually inaccurate. It only shows you one of the steals. It doesn't show you both. He didn't steal 126 from both. He could have, but it's like a bug. So if you have like 6 units, it'll say he stole 126, but it's not true. He could have stolen whatever. Like, you know, 50 from one, 70 from other, because these units have a set amount of stuff that they can actually be stolen from, like the maximum they can get, and then what they can drop. So these guys drop nothing. They drop ball sacks. So at this point, it's just steal, and I just can't. I want that thief so bad, specifically from this, because I don't have to click anything. Just literally click it once, AoE, done. And here's the third one. So this is the boss. There he is, Kaiser Behemoth. I was right, sort of. Kaiser Behemoth. This guy, he's got Imperil. That's all I'm gonna do. Then we're gonna break defense and spirit. Can you do anything useful? Nope. You can't do anything useful. You are a waste. So we're gonna do divine ruination, and then we're gonna try and train that with warp break. Yeah, that should be enough. That should be enough. And smack, smack, smack. He looks really cool. I think that Aiden is a very cool looking Celric. White mage. He wants to be a white mage. He wants to be a healer. He wants to be a piece of celery. I think he's a pretty cool looking celery. Very, very cool looking celery. What the hell? People keep texting me. I will kill you. I swear it. I swear it. I will poke you right in the eye hole. Alright. So that's much we got from that bad boy. Whatever. 856, 852. So obviously the other one is a lot easier, number 1. And 2, it gives you way more metal eggs. So if you are in this situation, then you should do that. I'm going to go right ahead and assume that this area here... Oh no, I shouldn't have clicked it. Oh no, I shouldn't have clicked... Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I kind of ruined that for myself. Well, there's the story. This is the magic library. Here resides the accumulated... whatever. Accumulated knowledge for the millennia. Looks really cool. This is quite the collection, says Nicole. A human could spend her entire life reading and still would not come close to reading all that lies here. But a library in a place like this, who built it and when? Who built it and when? Ooh. Secrets. No one built it. It came to this world as you see it. What? What's that supposed to mean? Never mind that. Focus now on reaching the deepest part of the library. That is where you'll find the book you need. Got it. And this book will help us save Fina, right? Quite so. But the library is full of monsters, of course. Because monsters like to read, obviously. Whatever. I just wanted to look at the stuff. So library entrance, I'm just gonna assume right away that all of these guys here give you a lot more than any of the other things. So that's gonna be better for farming. Alright, now to go look at the stuff that's really disappointing and it's just a kick in the gut. Alright, so it doesn't matter what you bring here. I haven't had to fight anyone, so I don't think you're gonna have to fight anyone either. These are I did all the playing on my phone, so this is from the device. So I already did the story. You just kind of talk to, you get into a fight with Aiden and whatever, and then there's some stuff in here, and there's a thief up there. So this dude will sell you some garbage. Whoops. Okay, let's go. Settle down, Vortie. Settle. Okay, so as you kind of talk to different characters, he will tell you a little bit more about them. I'll leave that to you to read at your own leisure. What I will look at the recipes. So, what he has here is the recipe of the magical egg. Okay. The recipe of the radiant egg. Okay. The recipe for the crown of justice. Okay. And you need to get these rainbow eggs. You get the rainbow eggs from summoning. I'll do some of that in this video as well, so don't worry. Alright. So the story I will leave to you guys. I'm just going to show you some. So you can talk to those guys for a little bit more of the story. There's a few different things you can pick up here. Alright. So, after getting through the story, you'll get introduced into Zon. It's very quick. You'll get all of this. Welcome, I wonder, have you collected what I asked for? So he asked you a bunch of crap to collect. So here comes the interesting part, okay? I only did one 5,000 summon, so this is what I got. Alright, so this is where I'm disappointed. And I'm sure you guys are going to be too, because it's nuts. Recipe of the Staff of Wrath. Staff of Wrath. Okay, very good staff, I think. You know, defense and spirit. This is pretty good for a healer. It requires 2 radiant eggs to make and 10,000 gil. Okay, not bad. To make the recipe for the black bandana, radiant egg, magical egg, rainbow egg times 5, 50,000. For what the item is, that's not that bad. It's not bad for crafting that item. Same thing for the recipe for making the second knife. Now this is where things are interesting. The recipe is easy to get. So 1 rainbow egg. To craft the second knife, which is actually only 5 damage and gives you dual wield, you need 2 staffs of wrath, 1 crown of justice, 1 black bandana, and then a crystal egg of power, plus 300,000 gil to craft this item. Okay, cool. Oh, what? There's another one? For icy veins? Sure, no problem. You will need a staff of wrath, a crown of justice, and 100,000 gil. No problem. You want to get the cold snap too? Sure. 2 black bandanas, 1 staff of wrath, crystal egg of the mind, 150,000 gold. Okay. Then these eggs here, you can buy them for 1 rainbow egg a piece. So what I'm saying about this as far as the disappointment is the value that it requires for you to create something like this, 300,000. So most people are going to want to create more than 1, maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 4, just to have because of its utility. The reason I'm saying it's got an interesting utility is because characters like Noctis will be able to cast stuff like their Fire Flask or Thunder Flask or Blizzard Flask twice. For those new players who have Noctis, haven't maxed out but don't have dual wield, this is your chance to get that benefit of it. Is it going to make you do a crazy amount of damage? No. It's going to make you apply the damage twice. And it's applicable more importantly for things like Fire Flask, for things like Blizzard Flask, or Ice Flask or Blizzard Flask, or what do you want to call it. Same even thing for Thunder Flask as well. It lets you apply, it gives you 2 times the chance to apply those debuffs on them. There's a lot of characters like that have those moves. And if they're DPS and you don't have dual wield, you might as well put this dagger on them if they can wear it. So for example, applicable to another unit. Let's say you have a unit that's your break unit, okay? And you want that unit to try and apply break. But the monster you're fighting is 50% chance to apply whatever debuff you do. You use armor break. It's supposed to break spirit and defense. It hits the first time and only breaks spirit. Well, he's going to try again, and this time he's going to try and apply the defense one. So he breaks the defense one. It gives you twice the chance to apply those debuffs that you would not be able to apply before. Because normally supports and stuff like that, they're not your damage dealers. They're there to do like a deal of purpose, like do something, right? So you can put this knife on those kinds of units to help you support yourself, right? So this is really, really good, and having more than one is going to be nice. Now, here's the second bad part of this. It's pricey. It's just kind of like the People's Choice banner that came out right before Orlando. It made people sink in all of their lapis and just go ham on it because it was an amazing banner. And then right after Orlando, boom. So what is this? Well, this is the same thing. It's going to make you sink a bunch of gil. And what's the next thing that's coming after this event? Well, it's going to be the enchantments or enhancements. That's going to be another gil sink. So this is going to make you sink as much gil as you possibly can to try and stack up on some of these good items, because they're technically free and they're actually pretty good for new players and old players alike. You're going to get yourself stuck in a situation where you're going to be lacking gil. And then what do they want you to do? Which is another thing that if you watch the video when they talked about or somebody asked them like a question like, is there a better way of getting gil? And the producer said, sell units or go to the bundle shop and buy the gil with the lapis. That was his solution to when the question was asked, can we have like the bigger cave of gil snappers added? So to me, that's actually not a little bit fair. That's a little bit greedy. I'm sure you guys felt the same way when you were listening to that video and that recording. It was a little bit of a greed showing there. Like, he's kind of clearly showing us that he wants us to spend more money on the game. He wants you guys to invest like real money into the game to be able to buy that gil, which is not really fair. Like, most of us remain free to play on certain aspects of the game, right? Especially when you're trying to save up gil or materials or something. You don't want to be wasting money on that, right? So that's how I feel about that. I'm sure you guys have similar feelings. Whatever, you know, there's only so much we can do. It is what it is. All right. So now I'm gonna do some summons here. I've been kind of playing throughout the day. I already did my featured summons, as I already told you guys. We're gonna go to the egg seeker. So I have 71,000 eggs from just grinding those things, and I have not, boys and girls, I have not used a single refill. I haven't refilled at all. So I've just been doing whatever I got today since I woke up in the morning. I've only been using that. And I mean, the Mysidia ones I've been using is only like 6 energy, right? Alright, so let's do some. See our luck. See our luck. See what this stuff is packing. Alright. And then a bunch of eggs and mega sites. Gotta see some rainbows in there. Oh, lots of rainbows. Sorry, I gotta adjust my headset here. That is a lot of crap. I got a bunch of crap there, so let's get more crap. All right. So it looks like you only get one. I guess you get one. Whatever. Ooh, look at all those rainbows. You get at least one. Cactor. Oh, look at that. They have the high level cactor here, which is the orange crystal. Hello, and some pots. I haven't seen any pots yet. Like I said, I did one summon earlier and I got nothing. Oh hell, I lied. Look at that. I say, I'm like, yeah, you only get one, and what do you do? They pop up a ton right after. Of course, making Vortie look bad. Bunch of blue crystal, blue eggs, red eggs. Cool. All right, what's going on next here? More blues. Oh, okay. Freya's needle, vestment of the wind. That's pretty cool. I got a bunch of other eggs. All right, we'll do 2 more summons and then we'll call it a video. Otherwise, this is gonna get way too long. I think 20 minutes or less is gonna be more appealing. More crap. These that we don't have to look at because we know what they are. Here's the last summon for the video, and then we'll take a look at the units right after this. In a different video, that is. There it is. Oh, we got the big Gil Snapper family. I was hoping for the fat Cactor. That'd be really nice. And then a bunch of other shenanigans here. Okay, pretty cool. Alright, boys and girls, so that's kind of my feeling on the event so far. I mean, is it cool? In a sense it is, because you're kind of exploring the world. It's not a set event. I just wish it was a little bit more interactive, and I wish it wasn't so greedy. Like, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of guilt. Okay, I got 6 million. That 300,000 is not gonna wound me at all. But I'm talking about you guys, because a lot of you guys, I don't know if you recall, if like a bunch of videos back when I said, if you've already got everything you wanted from Ifrit coins, from Ifrit and from the Orlando event, then just sell those materials to make Gil. And I had some people saying like, oh, Gil is not gonna be a problem. Really? We're gonna see exactly how much of a problem it's gonna be when we start hearing people whining once the enhancements goes live, which is literally next week. We're not talking about months down the road. Like, enhancements are here next week, like middle of April. That's gonna be enhancements, and if you don't have millions of Gil, you're only gonna be able to enhance a set character. Now, granted, Gil won't be as much of a problem as it is going to be to find all the crystals to enhance your character, but still, it's going to be a pretty big problem. And I'm just letting you guys know, because a lot of you might not be in the same situation as myself. And I know there's a lot of whales out there who have like hundreds of million in Gil. Obviously, it's not going to be a problem for them. For them, the problem is going to be getting the crystals and farming the crystals. Well, that's just the way it's going to be. Because remember, when you're farming your crystals, you're only going to be able to do it so many times, and you're going to have to use lapis to refill. So now you're wasting lapis to refill to get more of those crystals. It's not gonna be a very easy task to complete. And that's why those enhancements are far superior. They're gonna make your characters that you already have beasts. Alright? Alright guys. I'll look more into that in the second week when we get the enhancements. We'll break those down apart to show you guys what you should get, what should you focus on, and kind of you'll be able to follow my process of what I'm doing. So you can kind of see what I am, which ones I'm gonna pick. I'm probably gonna do my lightning one first because I have her. Alright? But yeah, stick around for the next video, which is going to be breaking apart the characters and kind of looking at them to see if there's anything we should really get excited about, as well as maybe talking a little bit more about the event. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you did like the video, make sure you hit that like button to help support the channel. I know that this stuff is really new, and I would really like to know your guys' feelings about this event in the comment section below. Just let me know what you're feeling. Do you think it's greed, or do you think it's reasonably priced as far as how those items are? So let me know in the comment section below, and then I'll join you guys down there and let you know how I feel as well. Thank you so much for sticking around. This is Vortie, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace!